Good afternoon, the Chairman, Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice Advocate Center, our legal department, co-comrades and the reviewers, and Queen Mrs. Solution alive for our Shasha Alimosho branch, who have a tenancy dispute reported by Mrs. Van Obeti Chuka against Mr. Israel Adedeji, who is represented by the wife. Please join us as we interview them for a peaceful resolution and then follow us on our Facebook page on Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice Advocate Center. For more useful information, visit our website on www.hrdac.org.ng. Why am I seeing so many? Why am I seeing so many names here? And why this 12 p.m., 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m.? Start to the second, which is today. So where are they? Control that chain. Okay, madam, let's hear you. What is your complaint?
Good afternoon. My name is Mrs. Betty.
Please
Chika.
make use of that mic.
All right. Let me start. Sitting beside me is my tenant, Ifeoma Omole. Let me start from when they packed in. That was in 2018, July. So initially, ordinarily, I don't normally like Igbos, even though I'm an Igbo, because of their problem. I've had my experiences. So when my agent now decided to choose them, I yes, I still insisted that no. And so I now told the agent to please, okay, let me invite them. I want to see her. So when she came, she begged me, she pleaded with me that she's going to be a good tenant, that I will see, that she will be different from the others. So the way she now talked, I said, okay. Even there are something that she even told me that, that was personal. I said, okay, no problem. So on that day, I now to ask her, I hope my agent have told you about the rent and other things. She said yes. So I she now said, and I told her, see, I don't like to be owned. I want you to. My problem is that I don't have issue. If you
Madam, go
ask
straight
every
to the
other
point.
person.
Go straight to the point.
Yes, she even as we are talking, she now pleaded that she will be the one to be paying the rent. That she will be, anytime, even if the husband didn't pay, that I should look at her, that she will be the one to pay the rent. I said, okay, no problem. So I now asked her to invite her husband to come also. So the husband came, I interviewed them. I I now told the agent to go ahead with them. So I now noticed when they were about to pay the rent, because normally I collect service charge from them directly because their power link is linked to my line. Is linked to my. So my tenants over there on that side of the property, they pay their service charge direct. I mean upfront, so that during the year, they will not be disturbed. I will be the one to bear the risk and the loss, the profit and loss. Their whatever that they acquired, I will be the one to pay. So they now paid the rent, because the rent is 450, a mini flat. When they now paid the rent, I was not expecting them to pay the service charge of 100,000, which she I now called my agent and asked about the service charge.
If I may ask you, what you're complaining now, is that the reason why you got her here?
I just wanted to tell you the history of.
And you think I have time for history?
Okay, no problem. The problem now is that they paid, they have not been able to pay their money as at when due. They will be paying me, kobo until they are able to finish it every year from that day they entered.
How much
And
is their rent?
their rent is 450,
450. How many bedroom?
a room and parlour.
Room and parlour.
Yes,
Room and parlour self-contained.
yes,
450,000.
yes. That
Which
is
area is
how
that? Give me five.
aviation estates at Mafoluku. That is the rate of the rent there. Ask her.
Go ahead.
So when they now paid the one of last year, that was in the same way they have been paying anyway. So I was now expecting them now to clear the remaining 200. They paid 350.
Mm-hmm.
So then now I was like, okay, thank God they even pay in a bulky one now, 350. I was happy.
Were they paying 20,000?
100,000.
Before the end of the year, they finish it.
Yes, before the end of the year they'll finish it. So, but this one they paid since last year, they have not been able to clear it. I normally go to them, call the man. Sometimes I will call the man will tell me that he has given the money to the wife.
How's that my disappointment?
And we go to the wife, and the wife will say, my husband told me that he has settled you. They have just been dribbling me and all that. So in January this year, in December or January, the husband came to me and confided in me that he will not be able to continue that side to pay the rent. That but before they pack out, he will clear the 200,000 that is remaining. But I should give them 6 months from the moment the one of last year will expire. That is this year, August. It expired August 1st this year. So I now told him, how is it possible for me to wait till your rent expires before I will now issue you a quit notice? He said, it's not going anywhere. I said, start now to look for accommodation since you have decided not to continue. He said, okay.
As at the time you discussed with them,
Yes.
how many months left for their rent to expire?
That was around February
How
this
many
year.
months left for their rent to expire then, as at the time you were discussing this with her husband?
3 months or 4 months in between.
Hmm?
4 months.
4 months.
Yes, from that February
Hmm.
till the 1st of August this year,
Yeah.
it has expired from here. So I now advised him to go and look for rent before it expires. There's no way I can start issuing you a quit notice before immediately your rent expires. I said, even if I issue you a quit notice, you will still have to pay the 6 months that has incurred from the new rent. He now said, okay. So he left. Meanwhile, he have already signed an agreement that he will pay me the remaining 200,000 by March, which he never did, of course. So what he was not doing then, if I call him, he will not pick my call anytime, or if he eventually picks my call, he will tell me that he have settled with the wife. So last time I went to the wife to I was now asking her, when are you going to clear the 200,000? He was even and the way she reacted, she was like, why am I disturbing her over 200,000? That after all, the rent has not expired yet. I said, so you're waiting for the rent to expire before you now pay the 200? To now, how will you now pay the new rent? So immediately I found out that they are not anymore interested or able to pay the rent. I told my agent to issue them a quick notice around February. That time he came to tell me that he will not be able to continue. So the 6 months have already expired. Even they have even been issued 7 days. No, yes. So they have already been issued that 7 days. You see.
Is that all?
Yes, ma. So I want them to move to go.
Are they objecting that they are not going?
It's the way they are playing me. They are dribbling me. The wife, the husband, my agent has been calling. He's not picking. I call him not picking. You know
Where is this thing?
the house, the property where they live.
Is your husband not in Lagos?
No, my husband is late.
I mean her husband. It's not in Lagos.
He's in Lagos.
Are you living in the same building?
He's in the same building. The last time she even told me that the husband is not anymore coming to the house. You know that his husband is not anymore coming to the house. And I told her
Who
that
did you issue receipt to?
it's not my business.
Who do you issue receipt to?
Well, normally there has not been any receipt issued, but I have the record in my phone.
How long have they lived in the house?
It's 3 years now, 2018, 2019, 2020,
Oh,
plus this
they
year
have
now.
been in your house for 3 years
And
and you have not issued them a
let
single
me call it 3 years because from 2018,
and you have not issued them a single receipt.
I have not issued them a single
And there is
receipt.
no agreement. People are not landlord and tenants. Because even if you go to the law courts, where is the proof that this woman is a tenant?
You see, I can print it out and
Really?
if
You have not given her receipt for 1 day. You have never issued her receipt for 1 day. So what is the proof that she's your tenant? No.
I have agreements signed by them.
Why would you have agreement with them when you don't issue them receipt of their payments? They are paying you. Then both the one they pay you outrightly, you did not issue them receipt. Then the one they were paying instrumentally and at the long run they finish paying for the rent. You did not issue them receipt. They have lived in your house for 3 years. You did not issue them receipt. Then you said you have an agreement. You have agreement that is your tenant.
It's 2 years. Let me say
Even if it is 1 day,
it's 2 years.
even if it's 1 day, somebody can live in your house and you are collecting their money without receiving the money.
There has never been any issue of doubting that they did not pay me. We never had any.
That is against their own rights. You are to receive their receipts.
Okay, ma.
As far as you collect their money, you are supposed to
I
receive
will
the
do
receipts.
that, ma. Because I still have all the payments available in my alerts. It's still there.
And you
It's
are the
still
one
in my
getting the
phone.
alert now, but then they don't have it.
That's what I'm saying, ma.
There are places
I'm
you
not
go to, they
accusing.
will ask you of your utility this rent bill. And once you don't provide it,
I'm not accusing them that they're not paying me.
madam, you are to give them their receipts.
Okay, ma.
Yes.
I will do that.
In as much as you collect money from them, you have to receipt that money.
I will do that. I have receipts. I will write to them. I will issue them receipts. There's no problem with that.
Give her mine.
All right.
Madam, how are you?
I'm fine, ma'am.
Okay, you heard what she said.
Yes, ma'am.
What happened?
Ma, nothing really happened. It's just that, like she said, that I rented an apartment. That is true. A room self-contained. A room and parlor self-contained, which the total money is 550,000 per annum. The first time I made the payment was 600,000, and I paid twice, 400, 200. Because 450 for the rent, 100,000 for the service charge, and 50,000 for Igbo people call it a God agreement or whatever. She said, I wish I paid. Yes, what she said is true. When I told her that I'll make sure that the money will be paying to her, I did so. The second payment, which is last 2 years, I paid her. The first payment was 350,000. I paid her direct from my own account. The second one was 200,000. But she's saying that I'm paying 1 naira to 2 naira. But I would like her to print her statement of account to confirm this particular what I'm saying now. Okay, no, the last one I gave the elder sister the 200,000 cash. The first one I paid 350,000. The second one I gave her sister. Then this last one, everybody knows what has been happening, and me, I have some challenges, which she said that whatever this might be problematic, she doesn't want to know. I said no problem. Nobody have no problems. My husband paid 350,000 to her account. The balancing of 200,000. I told
She said the rent is 450.
550. Five is
You
not
said the
450.
rent is
550.
450.
I'm paying 550,000.
Service charge.
100,000.
So every year she pays her bill.
550,000.
Yes, for NEPA. She doesn't pay for NEPA. NEPA
Madam.
bill.
Ma,
She doesn't
I'm
pay
not
for
even
NEPA
only that.
bill.
Hello. Rent 450,000.
Yes, yes.
And NEPA bill 150,000.
No,
100,000.
100,000.
NEPA bill 100,000.
Yes. That is 550,000.
550,000.
Yes, ma'am.
So all the tenants pay you 100,000 for NEPA bill every year.
Yes.
Huh?
It's not the other tenants have their meter, have their problem to solve based on power. But this one that are connected to my meter, there are two that is connected to my meter.
So each of them pay 100,000.
100,000.
Not really. The other one that packed in is 50,000.
The other one that
It's,
parking
it's
is
one
50.
room that she's living, a room
So
self-contained.
how much now is your NEPA bill?
There was a time they increased NEPA rates. So the thing now
The question
increased.
I ask is just simple. How much is your NEPA bill?
Sometimes it's not regular. It's not regular. 15,000, 20,000.
So
Just like
if
that.
she pay 100,000 and the other person pay 50,000 or and above, how much do you pay? You as a landlord, that you now connected them to your own meter, that they are paying 150,000 to your account as their NEPA bill. How much you personally pay from your apartment that you are consuming the bill? How much?
We pay it together.
You pay it together.
Yes,
Okay.
we pay it together.
I'm going to stop that bill here.
And when
Because
she
if you
came
have
back,
house that you are collecting 450,000 naira every year, which is
It's
not,
yearly.
excuse me, madam. Some of you, you will lay a foundation that you know you will never complete. Because if she's going to go now. It's not her house. Somebody else will come. You will end up, if you did not come here, you take that person to another human rights office, or you take the person to court, which I know very well. You don't consider what you are doing. No. You don't even feel if people come in, let whoever that is coming in should be able to be servicing the apartment by paying you constantly without any hinges. Nigeria is a place where if you are even a salary earner, your salary can be delayed, even at times will not be paid. And you can't do nothing about it, except office like this put it by mandatory for that person to pay with sweat or with heavy stress. It's a place where you do business. You cannot even be sure that in a whole month you will not even be sure if you have 5,000 naira coming to your account, because either with light or with anything. If it come, fine. If it doesn't come, you move on. Everybody is living grace of God. Grace of God. Nobody will tell you this is the steady income coming to me from business or from salary. Then somebody is paying 450,000 room and parlour self-contained in this season of Nigeria that nobody, including me sitting here now, if you ask me what is the next thing in the next 1 minute, I will tell you I don't know. Then follow COVID that crashed down the whole world. even country that are even up to date and they are well organized, those that are living there, they are still hoping on what to be the next step, talk less of this country called Nigeria. How long, where are you people going to drag this matter to? Because I'm playing, and wherever I feel you are not doing the right, I will still say it to you without reservation or apology. Yes, some may say if she cannot pay, let her go. But you may also end up putting a criminal in the house that can afford the house, but one day, God forbid, your enemy will enter problem because you see somebody that is paying 450,000 at ease. 450,000 room and parlour self-contained in Mafluku.
I told you it's the rates of that place.
Madam, not, excuse me, we are not in London.
I told her.
And even in any way you build your house, you have your right to say this is how much you can pay. There's nothing like a rate.
And she agreed.
People build house in Banana Island and still give people free.
I didn't force
so they know they talk about you didn't force her. Now go court for this matter. You didn't force her.
Yes, ma.
Okay, can she pay now? She agreed, but can she renew the rent now? After all, you hate Igbo from the beginning, so there's no way you and her can even relate.
I don't hate Igbo, ma. I don't.
It's your statement.
No, ma. I didn't hate.
It's your statement.
I said I don't hate. I said I don't like them to be my tenant.
Okay, what is hatred? What you don't like?
No. It's not hatred, ma.
Now love.
I don't hate them. Me and her have never had any issue.
Mommy,
we have never had any issue.
Should I continue?
So
continue.
Before I continue, ma, there's something I want to really thank you. I thank you very much. At least you.
Don't thank me.
Okay. Okay. Let me come back to what you said. I am the third person now that she's dragging to court.
Okay.
They sent that compound. The person that left down my house, they went to court. The lady stayed there 2 years without paying, or even more than. The other lady stayed there almost 1 year without paying.
See now?
Now I'm the third person. Mommy, do you know what service charge for us? So that, or even remove a little money from the house rent so I can be able to pay. I don't want to park, not because that place is too comfortable. I was even the one that made that place comfortable. The ties she put there was broken ties. I destroyed everything and put a normal ties.
Now your house.
Not my house, but because
you made it like that.
Yes.
I want to turn it to your comfort.
Yes.
Anybody can stay there without complaint.
Okay. So ma, when the thing was very difficult for us, I called her, please consider us. Let me don't go out. I just have only 2 kids. Sorry. I have only 2 kids. Let me stay there. My husband is not always around. Let me stay there. Say, lie. They should know they go more to 1 naira. I said, okay, no problem. That's if we can be able to pay, let's pay. Cannot be able to pay. And another thing, she's saying that the house she's paying, mommy, for this is I packed into that house. My kitchen sink had not been good. I pour water outside and I'm paying 450,000. I've complained to her many times what she told me I should call plumber. She doesn't maintain that place. You know that you call her and tell her this thing is disturbing me. Let her help you and do it. She will not do it for you. You will still do it with your own personal money. And she will not let you rest. Okay, fine. Coming to this last one, when we paid 350,000, things was very bad. Because my husband was an Air Force man, but he retired. But when things were very difficult, he has to meet his uncle. That one now give him on a special assignment to be working for him. That's how he will pay me. So I can be able to meet up. Me, myself, due to some circumstances of my birth, my childbearing, I could not continue my business. I explained to her, say, please, ma, we're having some issues. Give us time. He said that whatever if I get home, I'll send you the message she sent to me. That whatever reason or whatever that she's not it's none of her business. That all she needs is just her money. Okay. Okay, the money we paid you. Our house rent expired August. My husband paid you August that 350,000 balance. A side version for us, let's run around. Since the house rent will still expire by next August. A side version for us, she could not. February, she went and give us quick notice to pack. Pack, well, our house rent have not even expired. And you've given us quick notice. Why? We are still going to balance you money. Why can't you give us time? And not that we owe you a previous money. It's just this particular year that we entered. Just that August. We are not owing you initially. Just that one. Give us time. Let's arrange money. He started threatening me that he will never give me peace in the house. I say no problem. Shey no only peace. No be say you go kill me. No give me peace. But I'll have peace for myself. That is the thing. I'm not fighting her. Why I came here is because I don't want to neglect your invitation. She has taken this thing already to lawyer, and my own lawyer have written to her. So I don't know why she brought it here again. Because she doesn't want to give us. She doesn't even want to know. She doesn't care. When you are living with somebody, if that person is facing challenges, nobody knows tomorrow. But she says she doesn't want to know. When I want to explain to her as a mother, see what I'm passing through. I was in your house. I had a miscarriage of 5 months. She did not even ask me. Eh? All she wants is just her house rent, which is not fair. Me myself, I decided that I don't want to stay in her company again. But let her give us time. Let's pack. I don't know why she's dragging me as if I'm fighting her with her. I'm even wanting to take her property. I'm not taking your property from you. Just give me time. Let me pack and go. God will bring somebody that will stay there for you, that will pay you even more than, will give you 1 million. But just give me space. Let me just pack my things and leave. That's the only thing I'm begging on.
Okay. When do you intend to leave?
For now, I will not lie you. We don't have any. We are fine. We are having a financial crisis now. Which if I leave now, I cannot stay on the street with my children.
But you are not. You are not a next of kin.
Ma?
You are not. Are you a next of kin?
No, ma.
Are you related to her?
No, ma.
It's her property.
I know.
And she have right to say leave my house. And as
Yeah.
far as she's not related to you, you
Okay.
can't stay in the house free of
No,
charge.
I will not stay. Mommy, she have already given us an notice, which our own lawyer has written to his own lawyer.
That.
Yes, that he should, that does the normal law this thing. That she give us.
Whatever your lawyer said, you should be aware of it. Now the lawyer cannot respond to the lawyer without.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That my own this thing I came here, I'm not supposed to be here.
The question is this, madam, hold on, because you are even the one that went to meet her first, not your lawyer, not your husband.
Yes.
Or every conversation and discussion before both of you and your family enter the apartment was done between you and her, not her and your husband. So if there is anybody that they should ask more questions, it should be you. Because she told you already her experience with Igbo people. And at the end, that's what she said.
She did not tell me anything like that. The only thing she tell me that she's only accepting me because of what I said.
However, God will make you build your own house.
Amen.
Whatever you don't want to experience in your life, don't do it to another person. Don't stay there because others stay.
No.
Because if you do that, you will shut door against yourself the more. Because the house belongs to her. And if you are not comfortable with the apartment, you will vacate. And what you need to do is you should give the time that the law permits to be given to you, not beyond that. Any lawyer that encourage you to stay in anybody's, go and watch it. They can never build house.
No,
they will just be going from one apartment to another. Shoe will be bending, suit will be hanging. Because of what? Instead of them to advise you like a woman being with the fear of God, because they need that change from you that you'll be paying them. They'll be dragging your opponent to court here and there, whereas they know what they are doing is not right. A good lawyer will have to first of all mediate. If there is no room for mediation, then you now ask for, you now move further to the law court to decide. But if there is room for mediation, why do you need to ask the tenant, give me money, we are going to court, I will file this, you will stay there 1 million? No. Who you fall for ground hold until you leave that person, will you go free? You will never go free, whether physical or spiritual.
Yes. So since my lawyer have written to the lawyer, because she was the first that brought letter to me. So since they have written to her, let them just give us that grace that the law give, so that we can pack.
Yeah, what is the grace now?
I don't
Because
know.
even if the
Me,
law,
the letter I did
hold
not
on,
see it.
hold on. If you, as
The
you are
letter
coming
the
here,
lawyer
as you are
sent
coming
to
here,
her
you
lawyer,
have
I did
come
not
with,
see it.
okay, as you are coming here, you have come with the lawyer, with the letter. This is what the law says. If you are living in somebody's apartment and you are a yearly tenant, meaning you pay your rent every year without paying it in pieces every 6 months or every three months. When your rent due, you pay your 450,000 or 500,000, however, whatever you are paying, cash or transfer in bulk to the person. Whenever the person don't want you in that apartment again, the person will give you 6 months notice. Notice, meaning your rent will still be running. Your rent will get, you will have about 6 months to expire before your landlord give you notice. Your rent must not expire before he or she gives you notice. A notice is that I am notifying you ahead that in 6 months time I want to make use of the apartment, I want you to vacate the place. That is what they call notice. Not when your rent expired. Your rent expired and before he give you that notice, he's still going to give you that notice. That notice will still count 6 months from the beginning again, because he or she was supposed to serve you the notice while your rent is still running and is yet to expire in 6 months time. Then if you are paying every 6 months, the notice you are entitled to is 3 months. And they will give you that notice 3 months before your rent expires. Because I heard you saying they give you a notice to quit while your rent is still expired. Yes, they are to serve you because it's a notice, pre-information. So they can't wait until your rent expires before they give. If they wait until it's expired, they cannot ask you to leave less than 6 months. After within the period they give you to the 6 months, then you vacate the place. Do you understand me? And moreover, you don't need to stress yourself. Do you know some of you know your source of income is not steady, and you cannot, but okay, yes, give and take. I am sure of 200,000 every month, every 3 months, or every 2 months to renew your rent. Before you go in to pay 500,000 for a room and parlour self-contained, you have both two children, yourself and your husband. No matter how big is the apartment, kids need to have their own room. One, you need comfort. Do you know, with that amount you are paying, you can pay 2 bedroom apartments in another comfortable place that you have all the parlour to yourself, your children will play, you have your bedroom, your husband will have his own, or you have your bedroom, your children will have your own, and you feel free. Then apart from that, do you know you can still pay less in room and parlour self-contained in another place that is not as high as that? You are putting yourself under pressure. You want to have high blood pressure because your landlord will come and knock at the door, ask you, I will trouble your life or you do this. You will think about how the children's school fees will be paid. You will think about what will they eat, how will they feed. So many things. When you are supposed to be saving to even buy land of 200,000 and be developing small gradually and become the landlord or landlady in your house, even if it is outside outskirts where you are living. Everywhere anybody is living today has once been a bush. People develop it. So if you want to live in a city and be working for your landlord and landlady, then you are not planning well. You are not now single. You have children that are depending on you people. So you have to plan well. If you want to live in a room apartment, a room self-contained and safe, you better be wise. Other than carry 500,000, give one landlady, another year again, you can't. Okay, she said NEPA bill is 15,000 naira every month. So if you calculate 15,000 times 12, that is 180,000. So if you are paying 100, the other one is paying 50, meaning she's paying 30,000. So which is not normal. When is your rent supposed to expire? When is it supposed to expire?
August 31st. This August 31st.
I won't we pass August.
August.
But in October. So you're already in 2 months. You have spent an extra 2 months, right? 2 months left, 4 months. Were you given a notice before now?
For
Were you given quick notice before now?
yes, they are yes.
When? Make use of your mind, please.
Okay, yeah. Now that's February. February.
You were given quick notice February.
Yes, ma'am.
February, March, April, May, June, July, August. Yes, they gave you a proper notice. They gave you a proper notice. You were supposed to pack out by that August because they served the proper notice. Despite she said you are not paying your rent as outlined you. And with the situation of thing, you cannot keep renewing like that.
I can't. I can't.
Don't take step of anybody. Don't. I know why I'm talking to you, and I'm not talking to you just like that. I know why I'm talking to you. Don't take the step of any tenant in the house, and you'll see how your life will be. Don't take step of any tenant. Don't make single problem with her. Not even one. Talk to your husband. If you cannot find a bigger apartment, look for a moderate apartment. Back out. Yeah.
Okay, ma, I've heard what you said.
What kind of that place? The place, the money you are paying there is outrageous.
That's what I'm saying. I said that I will not even pay the money again. I want to pack out. I want to pack out. Because I cannot live in a compound whereby the landlady doesn't care if you are doing okay. You are, in fact, let's just don't. And she cannot say that ever since I parked there that anybody have come and complain that I did this or I did. No, I've been on my own. I've never given you any reason to complain. Not one. If I have, say it. No one. Not even one. Just because we cannot be able to pay the money in time. That is all this.
Paying the money in time, I will not judge anybody as far as this country is concerned that they are not paying money in time. If I'm your tenant, I will still not pay on time if I don't have. And you cannot because I'm not paying on time. At least I paid you.
Yes,
At least I paid you.
I have not.
At least I paid you because not paying on time. The issue I'm not talking about you not paying on time. I'm talking about if you can be able to continue paying. If it's not paying on time, I will ask you people to continue like that.
The only time I disturb her is this one that she's owing me, this 200,000. If have I ever come to disturb you from the way you are paying me small before? I've never disturbed you.
Stop saying that paying you. Have I paid you 20,000 or 10,000 or 50,000? 350, 200, is this small?
I know say you be landlady, but they no born you as landlady. You grow up to one stage. I believe Justice Unegbu of your, I believe your mother don't have brain. That is why you come here to talk to people. That is abroad. Wait for us to come to abroad to come and live. As far as we live in Nigeria, we will still do as what Nigeria provide to us. This woman born to 2 children. You know the name of her children. I'm asking you, I'm talking to you, landlady.
Mommy, the way that place is built,
Do you know the name of any of her
I don't
child?
have access to that. In short, they don't have.
You are talking differently.
They don't have access to my place.
Do you know the name of her children? Yes or no?
I know the name of the older one, but I've forgotten it.
You forgotten it.
I have
Ifeoma,
forgotten
this
the
that
name.
because she's your tenant now, she turn your last child. Ifeoma. Make na dey fear God. They fear God, madam. Now God put you where you dey. As matured as this woman, Ifeoma, use and sing music because I even know say they use Ifeoma sing music. This child no get name. The other person, someone that have lived in your house for 3 years, you don't know any name of her child. She turn baby now, Ifeoma because you are her landlady.
Ifeoma as my younger sister.
No matter
Hey, mommy.
daddy.
I am old enough to be her elder sister.
But for now, if for dash her the house as a elder sister, but you are bringing your
if I
junior
call her
sister.
Ifeoma, it's not. I don't say anything wrong there.
I beg. Anything wrong there? I just give
Don't
people
say
their due
anything
respect. I beg.
wrong, ma, for calling her by her
I won't
name.
call her by her name. Even if she's your daughter, you will call her by her children's name. But now she's not your daughter, and she's your tenant. So you give her due respect. She had begged you to reduce NEPA bill that she's paying 100,000 to you, that you refused. One. She has begged you to reduce the rent that she's paying 450,000. If it is 400, you refuse. You still want to go to court with her among the.
She did not beg me. It was when they were packing in fresh. She called me on the phone that day and said that she thought that it was 80,000. I said no, it is 100. She was like, okay, can't I pay 80? I said no, it is 100, my dear. That even the person that was living there before was paying the same thing. I said, please let us not argue about it. It is 100,000. And before she even started paying all this her rent, that initial time, I spent everything out to her. The agent spent everything out to her. So I believe it was in her decision to like say no or yes, that she can still live.
Out of desperation, she can say yes, but at the end of the day, she may not can't even afford it.
Even
So what you will do,
even ask her, please,
madam,
don't pay this rent on struggle. Don't struggle yourself. If you cannot maintain this place, please, my dear, you must not live in aviation estate. Please find another place and go. And she said that she likes it. I said, okay, my dear, yeah, now and go ahead and pay your rent, your money.
you give her time to pack out. Yes, she must not live in aviation estate. Aviation estate no be more.
I advised her.
And no be whatever.
You see?
Now the same mafluku is they no change am to banana island. Now the same mafluku, madam. When are you packing out? Give her, let her take her time. She will go.
Ma, please, like I told you, initially I told that my husband didn't even know that I'm coming here. I only came just because I don't want to neglect your invitation. That's the reason why I came. So since I've heard what you say, now I have to discuss with my husband. I've already started looking for a house. If I get a house, I will leave.
No, don't conclude like that.
But that is why I said that I'm not the one paying for the house. So if I go and tell you, mommy, I'm leaving tomorrow or next, what if the money is not there for us to use and pack out?
Even if the money is not there, you come from family now. You can't stay in a house.
That's what I'm saying now. Let me first discuss with my husband. I will get back to.
Go and call your husband. Step to this place, call your husband. Because we cannot say to go back and come back here. We're going to have an agreement here. Call your husband. They have given you 6 months notice. Don't let me think as if you are doing something deliberately in that place. Good and fine. If your action is not deliberate, then you cannot be giving me this kind of statement. They have given you 6 months notice before now. You've already exhausted that. Then you have already have I even thought they did not give. That was why I was counting additional 4 months. If you want to plead for her to give you some time to pack out, you cannot have indefinite time. You must have time to vacate the thing. Yes, for okay, one stand. Come and get there, please. Where is it? You can call here. Nobody stop you calling. Okay, you can call me. On my cake.
Hello? Uh, Fine, good evening.
And I put that from speaker.
No, okay. No. Uh, Please, the madam that is there is asking us when are we going to pack from the house. Yeah, I can hear you. Everybody is hearing you. Hello?
I never tell you, say anybody hearing. You know, get sensitized, so no let me talk to you this evening.
Sorry. Hello? Sorry. Talk now. She's asked us when are we leaving the house.
Lawyer don write and say una no wan comot from that house or what? Maybe we will start it up with you. You will be very sorry with that your lawyer.
Specific time.
So lawyer don write say na lawyer get the house.
The lawyer writes that are we not packing out from the house again, or are we going to stay there? You said the lawyer have written to them, right?
Stop that time. Come here. We stand for justice. You do anyhow, we will do you anyhow. You understand me? You first, let me tell you your lie first. You lie that the man don't know that you are here. The first question the man asks you say, are you still there? How did he know that you are not? He did not know you are coming here. Wait. But he's asking you if you are still in this office.
Mommy, wait. Sure, there was a time you said I should call him for the concept, abi? Now it was that time I was calling him, he was not picking. I have to send me a text message that I went to come and see you.
You so, that wanted to step out and I told them I'm already going like that. You are not going.
I said let me call him. Let me call him out. That time I've sent me a text message. Let me call him and ask him if I will be on the view on this thing. That's why I'm only calling him that time.
Let me tell you.
He's calling me back.
Take the car, put it on speaker. When I
he has called. He has called. He will call back.
So these people, lawyer did not do that for anybody. You can stay in a place that lawyer will tell you is in the court.
Hello?
If you landlord that want to make you feel uncomfortable, you
Hello?
can leave that house.
I'm hearing you.
Simple resolution when you
Um,
talk this thing.
Eh?
Say that child no spoil that
Okay.
thing.
Yeah. Hello? Talk. I'm hearing you. I've heard what you said.
What did he say? Madam.
She heard now.
I heard what?
Okay, sorry.
Madam.
Wetin you hear?
Ma.
What did you hear?
He says 6 months.
As you use my ear to hear your.
Sorry, ma. I thought as I put the microphone that you heard it. I don't want to repeat my as a good talk so I can hear.
How can they give you 6 months? You have already spent 6 months before. You have already spent 6 months, haven't you? Madam, pack out from that house. Are you hearing me? Pack out from that house. They say me grace the gift as far as your months have expired since August. Pack out from that house. Some of you should learn how to avoid problem and avoid cause. Anything that you are doing deliberately is a cause, a drag cause. Anything. If you ever say to this woman you don't have money and you deliberately don't want to pay her money, you will lose it. Go and mark it. You don't take what does not belong to you. Anything that does not belong to you, don't try to take it because you will attract curse on yourself. You know, when people say curse can come in diverse ways. It can come in sickness. It can come in losing money. It can come in poverty. It can come in any way. You were not forced to live in her house. She told you her price from the beginning. Even though the place is expensive, but you didn't fit, you can't afford the place, you go in. If everybody is going to court with her, must you go to court with her? Whereas you know, you make use of the house, a house that does not belong to you. You have been given 6 months notice before, and you are not demanding for another 6 months, another 6 months. The 6 months that you will pay or 6 months that you will not pay. I'm asking. 6 months that you pay or 6 months that you will not pay? Or you think you are, if you ask her to give you 6 months, you will not pay it?
Mommy, you know I cannot answer the question because I'm not the one that's asking for
the man did not marry you. You are not a virgin, no. Neither are you 11 years child. Are you a minor? You are a full-grown woman. After all, your mate said they build house, they put husband. You are telling me you are not the one to answer. You are living, you are the one that meet this woman. How can you live in somebody's house? You are saying you are not the one to answer. For your information, if you stayed here beyond, you will pay her rent. Except she don't have good lawyer. If she have good lawyer and you go to court, if you eventually go to court with her, take that child out, you will still pay. Because you can't live in her house without paying. And what you are trying to do is deliberate. Not that it's like, not that you don't have the money to pay. Because if you don't have the money to pay, you think of where to go at. Your statement does not show you are willing to pay or you don't have the money to pay. You have reluctantly said Even now, you don't have money to pay, and if you want to go out, you don't even have any place to go. Did this woman look like your mother? How would you come into somebody's house, you want to be stressing her? Go out of the house. They've given you 6 months notice. Then you and your husband is playing pranks of, are you still there? Are you not there? And you do not know I'm coming here. He knows I'm coming here. He did not know I'm talking. What did you say? Lawyer have written. Lawyer and the lawyer call. Lawyer been hard for her. They cannot give you people 6 months. And if you stay there, from this moment, you will pay. It's you people that will fight that case in court, not even her. That your lawyer will fight that case in court against her. And she will do everything humanly possible to get her money from you people. Except you choose to leave that house in peace. Talk to your husband, you people, to leave the house and give her apartment. It's not by force to live there. And if you don't have money, your husband is big enough, go and stay with one of your relatives. If they put things into consideration, they'll take advantage of somebody that they feel, okay, let's put settlement in Africa. Where others are living in apartment, they are renting apartment. Did they need to ask anybody, you lost child, lost child, job die, job no grow, this and that, for you to live in apartment? If you don't have the money, they'll ask you to leave the place. The African wants people put, okay, let's consider we are one Africa. You will now want to spread it like somebody that they put oil on her head. If not for the sluggish of our judicial system, what makes it took as a tenant you are owing somebody is the delay. At the end of the day, you will never get justice in court as a tenant that is owing someone. Landlords are avoiding going to court because of the delay. But landlords that know his or her way, you will pay to the last kobo. If you don't pay, you will serve jail term for it. Or you forfeit what that money. Is the delay. In the Western world, they go to court. You owe me money, I take you to court. If you don't pay your rent, I take you to court. But the process is fast enough for who deserve that justice to be given. Not in Nigeria. Nothing makes you think you go to court and you win her, owing her rent or not paying her bills or whatever. Come, as you are going home today, go and issue all the receipt from A to Z. Issue all her receipt and give it to her. It's only in Nigeria that somebody will just come, owe you money, that Nigeria is not good, this and that. Even if you say Nigeria is not good, won't you go to, you want to tell me that you that is pay 500,000, 500 and something thousand, if you find a room apartment, won't you stay there comfortably and have extra money and do business comfortably without stress? Must you live there? Did anybody say you must live in that estate? No. You choose to live there. Then they are putting things under consideration. Then you want to place down a tight corner over what? How long are you giving to them to back?
Ma, give me. Ma, as it is now, they have spent extra 2 months after the
Just a grace.
PT notice. You know, extra months has been added to the 6 months with notice. So
Extra what?
extra 2 months now have been added already after the 6 months quit notice has expired.
That is what I'm saying.
Mm.
What is the grace that you are giving to them? At least when you serve them that 6 months notice and they did not pack, you serve them 7 days, they did not pack, you serve them on intention to take possession of her property. Then if they did not respond, you decided to go to court. But if you did not go to court, you come here for mediation
Yes.
and they are not complying, then you will start the trouble that they are looking for. You guys will start it. Then they will be the one to let them gather the money and go to court and sue you to court. But if you want to give them grace, you give them some grace. Now that their 6 months have expired, 2 months again have expired. Give them to the, we're already in what is it called?
October.
October. Give them to December.
That is 3 months.
Yes.
In addition, in everything, it will be 5 to 6 months again.
That is
That
just
is what they are still looking
exhaust
for.
all your, don't worry, just exhaust it. Whatever that is for you that anybody take, the person will lose it, the person give it to you. You lose it to devil or you give it to the owner. What is for God, you give to God. What is for devil, you give to devil.
And the 200,000 uncle.
It's your rent now, they will pay you. Is it not the previous, is it not arrears?
It's arrears of the last year.
Yeah. Is it not arrears people are owing her?
Yes.
You pay your arrears now. Like you demand for 6 months and they give to you. You are requesting she has given you a notice before, which is proper. You are not even entitled to 6 months, but she still gave. Because the fact that you don't have receipts. And if you check how much this is what you do. You check the way she give you money. That is the way you write the receipt.
Mommy, sometimes she's giving me by hand though. It's by hand.
However, at least you know. At least you know how she gave you. Go and issue receipt according to how she paid the money.
Sometimes she pays me by hand. You know?
But if she paid you by hand, if she paid you 50,000, you know how many months 50,000 cover? Or how many days 50,000 cover? If she pay you 200,000, you know how many days? Are you not putting records? Yes. You should have your records.
Mommy, please.
Yeah.
The money I've paid her, I've never paid her. If I pay August, it will never pass September. I paid the other one.
It's not true.
It's only this one.
It's not true. It's not true.
You can't argue
Sorry,
because you are not receiving it.
When did the sorry? Let me. There's something we use and remember.
Let's not go there. Let's not go there because I have eyewitnesses. Let's not go there.
You see now, eyewitnesses.
Yes, now that is she's giving some to my sister. You heard her when she mentioned that there was a time that she gave my sister money to give me 200,000.
Did she?
Yes, now.
Okay. Who gave your sister power of Anthony to collect rent on your behalf?
It was me because I was not around that time.
You also the problem there because you don't have account.
No, I have account where they paid me money.
So you asked her to go and give your sister. What stopped her in paying to her account?
She said that she wants to give me by cash. And I asked her that she called me on the phone that she has the money with her now.
Should I pay it to your account or should I keep it for you? Besides, you can give it to your sister.
Well, if you're the one that instructed her to pay, madam, you speak, you talk like a learned person, but you are not acting as one. How can you be asking somebody to pay rent to your sister? You are not receiving it. Now you are arguing with her. She's paying you 50,000. She's paying 20,000. Now she says she's paying you 200,000.
I was trying to remind her that
money that she did not pay.
The last time she paid me the money of 2019 was 50,000 naira in December, because she said she's trying to argue that she's paying me after 3 months that her rent expires. I said it's not true because I still remember the.
So it's your word against her word because you two know they give receipt. You two don't give.
I will issue her all the receipts. I will issue her all the receipts.
Ensure you issue her according to how she pay. Not yearly.
Not yearly. Not yearly because the yearly one self never existed. If I go to my record on the account. So till first week of December, to first first week of December. I have accepted.
Even with online.
You have already stayed 2 months into it. It remains 3 months, and then the 200,000 you will pay.
You say?
I said I have given her up to December, as you have as you have told me. I've given her up to
They
December.
requested for 6 months now. They have spent 2 months before now. Till December is 5 months, so they don't have any reason to say they cannot vacate.
Okay.
Any other thing?
Thank you.
No, that's in, but in the agreement, she read that she will balance me the 200,000.
Did she deny it?
Okay. That's what I want her to.
You,
Yeah.
you said it now that you are owing her 200,000
Yes,
balance.
they are rest.
That is a NEPA bill or the house rent.
They
You know, we pay it together.
any of them
500, 550. So as they are giving you out
from the NEPA bill, of course.
Well, how NEPA bill you go reduce some? Hmm? For that NEPA bill, if they investigate yourself, you two go in for it. Because you are supposed to provide us, if we know this is the kind of matter, this matter will come up. You as a landlady, you will provide us the NEPA bill, how much NEPA is providing for that apartment every month. That one person is paying this, she's not paying 100, paying 50,000, and the other person is paying 150,000 naira. Because if they check it and you are using their money to pay their bills, it will not also go smoothly with you and this office.
Mommy, do you know what?
No,
Every repair I make, like now, if
they enter
there's
the NEPA bill.
any it's not a general service charge. Like now, if I have something to do concerning that
Your
power
the
supply,
the rent, no.
I never ask them for any money. Like
No,
you know,
no,
as a tenant, when something spoils,
aunty, leave that thing. You are reaching them. You stop it.
maybe what I will do is
You stop it. Go and
I will
apply for
reduce.
prepaid meter for that apartment. Go apply for prepaid meter that in each of the apartments. Let them pay their bills themselves. Whatever you
I'm only
consume,
using a room and parlor, and she's using duplex.
you go and pay her 50,000. Don't go and pay her 100,000 this time around again. Go and pay her 50,000.
That is 150.
Mm-hmm. You're using duplex, somebody is using a room and parlour, self-contained, she's paying you 100,000 NEPA bill. Whereas you're supposed to put prepaid meter in each apartment. If they don't have light, it's none of your business. If they don't recharge their meter, let them stay in darkness. If they need light, they recharge their meter. How can you have apartment that you are living in duplex and you are using analog this thing in an estate that people are paying 200, 400 and something thousand naira in the room and parlour self-contained? Go and put this pay her 50,000. Where are you, this lady? Bring your undertaking.
Ever since she entered there, she had never complained that when sometimes NEPA will take like for days or a week, I will still use my generator to make sure that there's
If you
available
want
water
them to
to
buy fuel,
everybody.
let them buy
Eh?
fuel. Madam, go and give them prepaid meter and leave that place. Pay your duplex bill yourself. Don't connect anybody to your duplex. Let anybody that live there, let them live separately. Give them their prepaid meter.
Okay, ma. So when there
And
is
nobody
no,
should even be paying a bill for NEPA. NEPA is not utility bill of NEPA should not be between you and anybody. They are in their separate apartment. Give them their meter. Mind your meter. You connect your duplex to your meter and use your light. Disconnect them. What kind of thing is that? Which problem are they having with light that you are going to solve, that somebody will pay you 100,000 every year for NEPA? What Nigeria have NEPA? Do we have light in Nigeria? Well, be here from morning till night, so she will not pay 100,000. Whereas you don't even have light. There is no light, and you are paying for NEPA bill, and you are disturbing somebody to go and
ask
pay.
her. We normally have light there.
I beg.
They supply us with electricity.
Okay, oh, but that one, that is what I'm saying. I don't want any tenant to bring you come here to say you are charging them NEPA bill to your this thing. Go and apply for prepaid meter. Let each apartment have their prepaid meter. Then the whoever that is not ready to recharge his or her meter be in darkness. Anytime you recharge your meter, there will be no problem. That one, NEPA will not come to disconnect Mr. A for Mrs. B. If you have your prepaid meter, if your light is there's no light in your apartment, you're on your own. If you bypass, you are the one to face NEPA with police and your penalty. If you write your undertaking, you're going to pay 150,000 naira. Then
Mommy,
you
I
vacate
gave
under.
I gave them extra 5 months, and she's going to reduce money from what she's owing me.
Give them. If you are not comfortable with our resolution, you can apply law, you can approach law court. Give them. Let me see. This is compliant with this thing. Write a tenancy response. you 150,000 naira before vacating, which you have also forget the fact that she has been paying this NEPA bill from the section she packed into that apartment to date. Is even fair. Well, we carried you along for every one of us to reason together, but of course, I still have my own opinion to preside over cases as it may be. If you have an apartment and you don't want to be having issue with your tenants, let your rent be moderate, reasonable, that is affordable for people that every other person, both rich and the average person, can easily afford without any hinges. If she has been to court to one tenant, and she is in court with a second tenant, is with the third tenant, what should be your advice for her? If she's comfortably, but in as much as the old tenants are still there and new tenants come to meet the old tenants, it will keep repeating it. I mean, the music will keep playing again and again. Make your apartment reasonable. What she's asking tenants to pay for NEPA while in Nigeria is unfair. And I know she may still end up having problem with another tenant. Starting the start point is not the issue. The continuation is what we are talking about. If she collected 450,000 or 500,000 every year, after 2 years, she will spend 200,000 in court or more, because you don't even know when the case will end. After collecting 200,000 2 years, that's a 1 million. Then the third year, possibly the tenants will not want to renew again. One problem, this person will poison the tenant's mind, or the tenant will feel he or she is paying too much. Why would I pay? We are human beings. And they feel okay, the money that they have spent, instead of wasting it like that, they are going to use the money. That's what leads to one problem. So you need to give her advice on what to do right now, and let this issue of going to court or appearing in a human rights office with tenants come to an end. Because if this woman leave and another person come in paying the same amount of money, and the person is not Dangote, or the person is not somebody that wants to use the place, a big man that wants to use the apartment as a guest house and be paying upfront, or government that is eating money and want to use our national cake to be paying there, she will keep having issue. She will keep having issue with tenants. So the best thing, let her get a prepaid meter for the apartment if this lady leave. Then the rent should be moderate. Let her not be stressing herself with tenants going from one place to another to court here and there. All right, thank you for being with us. Kindly follow us on our Facebook page on Human Rights Defenders and Access to Justice Advocacy Center, and subscribe to our YouTube channel on Access to Justice TV for more useful information. Visit our website on www.hrdac.org.ng. Thank you.